Hi Vishal, all okay?
We're live now, so be mindful.
Okay.
Hi friends, good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us today. I can see a lot of you have already joined us. We will be starting sharp at 3 p.m. So in another 2 minutes. Please bear with us till then. Thank you. Hi friends, I can see a lot of you have joined us. We will be starting at 3 p.m. sharp. Please bear with us till then. Thank you. Good afternoon, friends. We'll be starting shortly in another 1 minute. Thank you all for being on time, and we will be starting shortly. Thank you. Hi, friends. Thank you all for joining us today. It's sharp 3 p.m. and we are ready to get started with today's webinar. Today, we are going to talk about Turpal, a post-reservation sales product, which is dynamic and cutting edge and promises to better your services and your product. So the next 1 hour are going to be extremely exciting, and you'll get to learn something new. And I promise you will absolutely love the product that we are here to showcase today. The webinar today includes a Q&A section. So towards the second half of the webinar, we will be taking up audience questions. Please feel free to ask all your questions in the chats tab. On your screen, there is a chat tab. Please feel free to ask your questions in the chats tab. And we will be taking up questions in the second half. In case we don't get back to you with your answer, we will personally get back to you on email. So please don't worry about that. Continue to ask all your questions. Secondly, there is a reconnect button or on the top of your screens. In case you can't hear us, you can't see us, press the reconnect button and you will then be able to see us and hear us. So in case anything goes wrong, just press the reconnect button and you should be able to see us and hear us after that. Before I introduce to you the team from Turpal, I have a short video to show you. So I'm going to show you a short video and then introduce your presenters for today.
Are you traveling? Something.
Hi friends, there seems to be an error with the video. I'll just play the video once again and then continue our introductions. All my presenters, please mute yourselves.
Are you traveling? Something's missing. Did the agency connect you to their Turpal? Introducing Turpal, a unique travel companion app by your service provider to make your traveling easier and more convenient. Here you have your daily itineraries and other information you need all in one place. If you have an airport transfer, Turpal can help you easily locate who's going to pick you up. If your trip has other itineraries such as sightseeing tours and other services, you'll also be able to see all the details. This reliable app will keep you updated along the way. Who will pick you up, where and what time, if any of the booked excursions or services include a transfer service. Furthermore, Turpal is a smart app that knows what's best for you while you're traveling, thus offering you the greatest choices. With this amazing app, discover more about your hotel facilities, restaurants, leisure or wellness services, and even free shuttles that some hotels provide. Click here to talk to your leisure consultant or even request to meet her. Having Turpal with you means having a trusted companion who communicates in your language. So for the best traveling experience, download the Turpal app and ask your service provider to connect you to the app.
Wow, wasn't that something? I'm sure after that video, you all are waiting to hear more about Turpal. And now I'm going to introduce to you our speakers who have joined us from the UAE and from India today. First, we have Mr. Farshid, the CEO and co-founder of Turpal. Hi, Mr. Farshid. Thank you for joining us today. Next, we have with us Mr. Vijesh, the Customer Success Manager. Hi, Vijesh. Thank you for joining us today. And finally, we have Mr. Vishal Mehra, the India representative for Turpal. Hi, Vishal. Vishal, can I ask you to say a few words, please, and kickstart our presentation?
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And as she said, this is going to be an amazing experience. I have done a lot of demos of Turpal, and I can tell you that it is received very nicely. But what exactly is it? You've seen a video, but what is Turpal? So Turpal is a post-departure app which has been built by a team of developers who are well-versed with the travel technology, and we are all destination experts. We are experts in activities, excursions. This is an app that we have built seeing the gap in the market. Now, where does this gap come from? As per Google, if you go over the stats given by Think with Google, 48% of all excursions are booked by the customers when they are in the destination on the ground. Now, at that point of time, most of you do not have any access to the customers. And as a result, whatever they book, you do not get to make any money out of it. Remember, these are your customers, but somebody else is making money from them. Turpal aims to change all of that. Now, Turpal is a global company headquartered out of the UAE and having global clients from New Zealand to San Francisco to the West Coast. Turpal is a lot of things, and Vijesh is going to be showing you what Turpal is. But just to give you an overview, it is going to be a branded app for you. It helps you upsell. It helps you with the dynamic itinerary. It's an online chat tool to improve your communication. And it is an app which will help you make more money. So thank you so much for being here today. Devika, if we could just run the first poll and then Vijesh can take over.
Absolutely. Friends, the first poll is on your screens now. As we talk, you should be able to see the first poll question on your screens. It's fairly simple. When your customers are at a destination and purchase any services, such as excursions, car rentals, transportation, how often are you able to quote this for them? So the question is on your screens. Please do respond. It'll take 2 minutes, and then I'll read out the responses. So, gentlemen, I have very interesting responses for you. 60% have said less than 20%. Less than 50% is 12%. Less than 50% is 14%. And 0 is at a 19%. So you have an interesting mix of audience today to take this forward. Thank you all. Thank you for taking part in the first poll that we have for you. And now over to you, Vijesh, to talk our audience through the product.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Devika. Thank you, Vishal. Hi, guys, everyone. As Devika introduced, I'm Vijesh. I represent Turpal as a customer success manager. Now, what I'm going to be showing you right now is the whole structure of Turpal, the front end and the back end. And before I present the system, just a few words about Turpal, like what Vishal rightly said. So Turpal is a B2B2C post-reservation system. Now, why we call it a post-reservation system is primarily because Turpal comes into actioning once you have your customers' reservation details handy. Now, the reservation details will include, the customer's check-in information, check-out information, hotel, accommodation, flights. So when you have all of this information ready, that's when Turpal comes in the picture. Now, why Turpal? For one simple fact, to increase profit per passenger. Now, how to increase profit per passenger? By mainly two reasons. First is by enhancing your customer experience, by effectively communicating with the customers. And the second is to give you an opportunity to upsell more tours and excursions while the customer is in the destination. So Turpal primarily has three main components. The first component is the post-reservation system, which is the operation panel. We have a Turpal white label application, which is the second component. And the third component is the channel manager of tours and excursions. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you all right now. Just wave if you guys are able to see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen now.
Okay,
we on one poll before we go to the screen?
Yes. If we can have the second poll, Devika.
Absolutely. Friends, we have the second poll available for you as we talk. In average, how many passengers per year is your organization handling? We would love for you to respond to this poll. Please do respond, and we look forward to your responses. So it's 50% of the audience is less than 500, 7% is less than 2,000, 27% is between 2,000 and 10,000, and 8% is more than 10,000.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, guys, as you can see on the screen, this is the first component of Turpal, which is the back office, or an operation panel, you can call it. So it's a software as a service, so it doesn't require any installation. It comes with a URL for each server, each organizations, and every individual will have a username and password to be able to access the system. Now, this is the first component. When we click on login, it takes you to this page. Now, once you have the reservation details of the customer, then what we need to do is we need to ensure that the reservation details are fed in the operation panel. Now, you would see a lot of information here, which may not be relevant for some and may be relevant for some, which we can certainly choose to ignore. So how we can put the information in the system is by two easy methods. Either if let's say you have a reservation system, so the system can be connected to your existing system to pull all the reservation details, which will include, customers, unique reference number, trip ID, etc., etc. If you don't have a system, then this becomes a perfect CRM tool for you to create a trip and bring all the reservation details in this system. Now, this includes nothing but the reservation details like flight informations, customers' home country, passenger, phone number, etc., etc. So this is the first component, just a quick, just about operation panel. Now, once the reservation details are fed in the system, what happens is the system generates a unique QR code and also a link. Now, through this platform, customers can now be connected to your Turpal white label application, and where customers can access their whole journey. So whatever you sold to the customer is available in this application, be it hotels, flights, everything. Now, Devika, we can play the second video for the application.
Sure, right away.
Once the reservation details are entered in the operation panel, customers can now be connected to your Turpal white label application. Now, customers can connect by entering the phone number, scanning QR code, click on a link, or just enter the trip ID followed by the last name. Here, I would enter the last name, and this is the unique reference number, and click next. Now, system would prompt to enter the phone number for verification. You can choose to ignore by clicking on the cross icon, or even just enter the phone number. This will trigger a one-time password. Click next. Now, this is how the number is successfully verified, and customer can access the whole itinerary in this application. This is the Turpal white label application where they can see their hotel vouchers, visas, any excursions booked, everything is tracked in this manner. Now, starting from day one, there is a certain transfer available. So when they click on view details, customer can easily track who their airport representative is and who the driver is. Through the app, customers can even track the representative at the airport. And this is how we commit in delivering a great customer experience through the app. Now, if let's say day 2 has an excursion booked, if the customer wants to access the ticket, click on the product and download the ticket. When you scroll at the bottom, customer can easily locate the hotel where they're residing. Click on view hotel details. Can browse through all the images of the hotel, and all the information available for the hotel is here in the application. Here you would see different tabs, for example, explore, updates, online chat, specialist. When they click on update, any notification or any update about the pickup time, drop-off time, customer will be notified real time. When they click on online chat, this is the live concierge service through which customers can be connected to your operations team anytime. Customers can also be connected to a specialist, which is a destination specialist. So during the stay, if customer needs any kind of assistance, can directly reach out to this person via WhatsApp, calls, or SMS. Or even click on the meeting request, and this person receives a notification on his account about the customer requested to meet him. Now the app is multi-language possible. So when you click on change language, customer can change the language also. Now, when you scroll further down, here you would see these various services that you would like to offer as a supplier, or these products can be connected to your account by API integrated supplier with whom you are contracted directly. And customers can browse through various excursions or services that you would like to offer. If let's say customer wants to book Atlantis Aquaventure, they can browse the experience, look at what options you're offering, choose the date for which they would like to book it, click on book now. So choose number of adults, child, look at the cancellation policy, confirm and pay. Now the app supports your payment gateway, so you can integrate your payment gateway to the application, or also click on cash payment to book the product. So the application will show the product goes as pending. And when you refresh the page, you would see the product being booked for the 15th. All these experiences you see, these all are customized rows which can be customized in the back office operation panel, which I will show you later. All these experiences, you can also rank the products as to which product should appear first, which product should appear second. Hi guys, I hope you all are able to hear me.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, great. So that's a quick video on our second component, which is the Turpal white label application through which customers can be connected with your operations team throughout the journey. So, and it doesn't mean that the customer needs to be in destination. Even before they travel to the destination, customer can be connected to the application by the different methods how the customers can log in. Now, you may have seen all the products that are coming in the application about hot deals, all those experiences that you're offering. Now, where are these experiences coming from? They are coming from our third component, which is the channel manager of tours and excursions. Now, I'm going to be sharing my screen again real quick to show you our third component, which is the channel manager of tours and excursions. So if you can see my screen here, this is the channel manager of tools and activities, and we've benchmarked this with top players across the channel manager industry about Bokan, Resli, etc. So here we bring down all the suppliers in different regions you need. It can be your supplier, or you can also be a supplier yourself in the system, or else we can connect you to different suppliers across the globe. So once the products are integrated, all the products will be visible in your server in this format, based on which supplier you're connected with, based on the location, and based on the status. And should you wish to create your own product, you can even click on create a new product and start creating products yourself, and then be able to sell the products in the application.
Vijesh, hi, can I request you to just zoom into your screen a little for it to just be more...
Certainly.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
I hope your voice, yes, I hope this is much clear.
Yes, at least we can read it now.
Okay, great. So this is where we're talking about how we can bring down all the suppliers to different regions and bring all the products here in the system. So when you click on, let's say, Burj Khalifa, you can also manage the content of each product yourself, like product, the short descriptions, the long descriptions, highlights, all those customization that you want in terms of creating a product can be done in this channel manager. Also, add location for, the product, where exactly the product is being hosted. Choose various categories, and then also upload unlimited images, and this is how it appears on the application for the customers. Now once this is done, you also get an option to add as many options for different products. For example, Burj Khalifa has so many options, so it can be customized based on per person, based on per slot. All these are customized in the channel manager of tools and excursions. Here at the end, you get the flexibility to even add rates yourself, or also even customize the availability for each product. If you want to, let's say, add any blockouts, that's also doable in the system. And once you're done creating the products, all you need to do is add markups for each product. So markups can be added based on location, based on product, based on supplier, and these all are the options available in terms of markup. And once you add the markup is when you're able to publish the product and then sell more excursions when the customer is in the destination. So this is the Turpal component. The first, as we talked about, the back office, the CRM system, then we have the mobile application, and then the third is the channel manager of tools and excursions. So before I hand it over to First Rate, just can we have the third poll real quick, Devika?
Absolutely. Friends, we have the third poll available on your screens right now as we talk. You can see the third poll available. Now that you have seen the product, what do you think was the most important part of the product for you? So we would love to get your responses on this. Please do cast your votes, and we'd love to hear from you. Gentlemen, very interesting product. I'm getting a lot of questions also for you guys. I will be asking questions very soon, but I would love to get the responses in. So 66% of our audience has said all the above, the four options available: upselling services at destinations, increasing profitability, providing a dynamic itinerary for your passengers, all documents and files in one place, online chat, a tool to improve your customer communication and providing concierge services, and prestige, having the app with your own branding. And 30% have said it, providing a dynamic itinerary to the passengers with all documents and files in one place. So those are the two bigger components that we've got. Thank you for that presentation, Bridget. That was lovely. I would like to invite Mr. Farshid to say a few words. Mr. Farshid, over to you.
Good. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed of the presentation and the product so far. The reality is customer behavior is changed already and is constantly also changing. As Vishal mentioned, 48% of the people, as per the Google, decide to buy excursion, or I can say any services at the destinations. So you need tools like Turpal to have share of this business. We in Turpal specialize it exactly in the part of post-reservation. That means everything after you did the reservation for your customers. The goal is to have better share of this most profitable part of your business. As all of you agree, tour activity attraction still is the most profitable part of the tourism industry. Turpal respects your customer privacy. We understand how important is this subject. And one thing which is important to know, you are alone owner of your data. And we have done so many jobs on that around this subject, and we can share it with you in your one-to-one presentation if you like to have that done. One thing which is important to know is Turpal is a SaaS product, software as a service. We constantly improving the technology and the system. This is include also adding a supplier all over the world to make sure that you have your own supplier and you have supplier enough to have enough products to offer to your client. Also, the part of machine learning and recommender help you to giving better recommendation to the customers while they're at destinations to make better service for your clients. That means no development fee. And that also include no charges per user or per devices for you. It's very affordable product, very affordable technology that designed to expand your profitability in this part of the business. Also, today, since you guys joined this presentation, I would like to offer you, for those people that join, up to Diwali, which I know is important for you and is important for us now, we offer you 3 months free trial of the system. So that means you guys can use the system, make money, and you can understand what Turpal has to offer. What is the special about Turpal? You just need to register with us. So for that reason, I suggest you, Devika, would we appreciate if you put for us the page of the thank you one?
Devika, I apologize. Before we do that, can we have, we'd like to have the audience connected to the app. So if we can show the login instructions so that the audience can log in.
Do that one. Yes, perfect. So let me explain here also, then Vijesh will take it for you. Don't worry. So you guys, I think Devika also would be appreciate if you put the link for us so people can click on that link. If you would like to have
the link is now available on the top.
Perfect.
Great.
If anyone wants to see how the app look like or how can log in as a passenger, this is a demo. Obviously, everything can be customized from your side. So the products is demo, the look of the app is the demo, so you can totally can be customized as Vijay presents. So after you download the application from Google Store or Apple Store, which is a Turpal, Turpal. After you download, click on use other method, because obviously that we haven't registered your number here. So we'll show you, you don't need to log in the app, you don't need to have a mobile number. You just need to have your booking ID. So we have a booking ID of, with your last name, put it just Turpal, as you see here. Turpal as your last name, and trip ID or booking ID is CVT WEB Web 1012. So since it's a webinar on a 1012, so we made it CVT Web 1012. So, but this trip ID and last name, which is Turpal, you will be able to log in and experiment as a one customers on everything on a demo mode. Just maybe one more minutes to have this one, so anyone that has not recorded yet. Turpal as a last name and CVT Web 1012 is the booking ID.
Farshid, we can also answer one question here. A lot of people have asked this question, and we can also answer it right now. You know, people are asking what happens to the contact numbers of our clients who use your platform. So as you can see, there was no contact number needed here. You just needed the last name and the booking ID. And if you remember at the very beginning, when Vijesh showed his screen, he showed you a QR code. The client can also just download the app and scan the QR code, and that will also give him access to the itinerary. We do not need your customer's number. We don't need that data. The data is with you, and that data is with your customer.
Yes. So we can go to the last page before we start the questions. We would like you to ask all your questions and we will answer one by one. This is so please ask any question that you have. For setting a demo customized with your business, for your business, you can register a demo in our website, turpal.com, or actually, Mr. Vishal is presenting Turpal in India, so you can have his number and you can arrange with him. We will be able together answer your questions also during this presentation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Farshid. Thank you for that, and thank you for that generous offer. I'm sure everyone is extremely excited to have that 3-month offer that you have just extended to all of us. So thank you so much for that.
I'm just going to repeat, register before Diwali, so we will be able to offer this 3 months to them.
Friends, I can see a lot of you have asked lots of questions. I'm sure you have a lot of questions about the product. So please register for the product and get a chance to have a 3-month free demo. That is huge, that what they are offering. And I have got a request for a trip ID. I'm just going to go back. You can see the trip ID and the last name that you can use on the app to understand the app better. You can take a photo of this information and or be in touch with the team from Turpal. They will be able to assist you with it. To be in touch with the team, you can. The information is now available on your screen. Gentlemen, before now, let's move to the Q&A section of our webinar today. I have lots of questions that have come up in the chat tab, and I'll keep asking you those questions. I'll keep the contact information screen on for a little longer and then close it. So what happens when the facility booked is not available for the experience for any reason by the vendor? So what happens in such a case?
Sure. Vishal, would you like to answer this one, or should I can go ahead?
Sure. No, I'll answer it. I'll tell you. See, I think this can be best combined with a couple of other questions that had come in, because all of it is going to, have come down to the same thing. Now, first and foremost, the backend is populated by you as the travel agent or tour operator. And also, now that we say travel agent, tour operator, who is this platform really for is also a question that has come in. Now, whether you are a travel agent who is doing just ticketing, whether you are a tour operator who has got ticketing and packages and flights and everything together, whether you are an OTA or just an online portal who's doing it, or whether you are a DMC, it doesn't matter. You see, as a DMC, you can use it as a communication tool and make sure your itinerary is in place. As everybody else, as a travel agent, you have to give your client a flight ticket. Instead of giving him the flight ticket over an email, you could give him over an email, but you could also give it to him on the app. Now, what happens for you is when he gets it over an app, when he opens it, the app is smart enough to know where the client is going. So it'll obviously start showing him excursions that are available to him in that place. He may choose to book it, he may choose not to book it, but understand one thing, you have put it out there for the customer, which in turn means that the customer has the option, and that means you have an increased opportunity to make money from this customer. So basically, anybody and everybody who's in the travel field selling excursions or packages or tickets or OTAs or hotel bookings can actually avail this particular app, number one. Number two, as you saw in the back end, everything is being customized by you. But what happens if you do not want to go through this process of adding all the package tools yourself? See, the ones that you have sold, you will have to add so that they populate and you can give the tickets to that. But if you don't have any supplier in a place where you want to connect it to, we have an API coming in from on the channel manager from the suppliers. We can unlock the supplier for you. So however which ways the customers buy it, you have the control of how much commission you want from it that you have already set up beforehand. And once they buy it, you will get that commission from it. So your commission is always safe. It is going to come back to you. Does that answer the question?
Yes, I think you've already answered this question as well, but I'm just going to ask it again. The sightseeing and car rental suppliers have to be from our vendors or from your Turpal contacts?
We respect your vendors, and if You tell us, if you connect us with your vendor, we will see if they have a booking system and they are interested. We can even pull it directly from their system to your system. That means from their system to your login ID in Turpal. However, if they don't have it, these can be exported as an Excel file and can be uploaded, and that will come from your vendor. As I said, if you do not have a vendor, let's take an example. You have unlocked a new destination. And you tell us that, look, we don't have a vendor there, but I know there are a lot. Example, Turkey. A lot of excursions happen in Turkey which are sold once the clients arrive there. Things like balloons, or things like in Cappadocia. So how do you do that? You tell us, I don't have a vendor. I don't know if my vendor is going to give me the commission or not, but I want that the app should also offer it to them. We will unlock it. Now, let me also explain one thing for you. The app will always have a slightly better pricing than the local vendors. The reason being, this is a B2B rate that is flowing into the app. And if you've added your markup, what the client is still getting a B2B rate, not the retail rate what the client would get once he's at the destination. So your probability of selling it is always higher. And once again, it's a post-departure app. So that means once you have sold the itinerary, once you have sold whatever excursions you want, you add it then. Somebody had a very interesting question once for me when we were doing this demo, and he said, what if my itineraries already got, in 3 days, I've already given them 4 excursions, and how do I add more? Guys, let me tell you, our clients have had very varied results. Some clients have already made $37 per person passenger, $37 per passenger profit, and they move a lot of numbers. So not every customer buys it. Some buy it. Some are on a tight itinerary. They don't have the time and space. But overall, on an average, what happens is that passengers would look at it and they would buy it. So you populate what you can, what is available as the feed rate, the clients can buy from the system.
Perfect. Thank you. How safe is the customer information and how secure is it on your platform? Can you just talk about that for a minute, please?
Okay. Once again, the data is double encrypted. It is all served. It's all housed on Amazon AWS. It's double encrypted. Your customer data, when it flows in, even we as the product and our developers do not have access to that data. And Farshid can add to it because he himself is the one who has been working on it from the first day. With customer privacy is paramount for us. We know what has been happening, so we are very, very careful about it. So Farshid, if you want to just explain this to them.
Sure. One thing which is important, everyone know, we are a platform service, and then we are not having any product to sell, or we don't have any, how I can say, everything is, we are only providing an empty platform to make sure that you serve your client. Only one side, we have a channel manager of tour and activity. So through that channel manager, you will be connected to the suppliers to sell. At the end of the day, Turpal doesn't have any product by itself, only connecting everyone together. So customer privacy, as I said, I mentioned also, is one of the important factor for us. We make sure that your data is in some extent would be encrypted, and also even in our layer of the employee that we have, even in our team, we have structure to make sure, unless that your customer success manager, which is directly working with your team, have access to your even day-to-day reports that you have. So we make sure also in the contracts that we have, are secure from that part. And like many developer and system providers, which is providing SaaS products, we are responsible for your data in our contracts and in our structure that we design in the system.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Farshid. How can a travel agent customize the app with their own branding? Can you talk a bit about how their own branding will look?
Sure. As we just mentioned in the beginning of his presentation, we call it B2B2C. Why we said B2B2C? It means that we understand that many of the travel agencies, bigger travel agencies, they deal with their client as agents. So first of all, app totally get branded. That means that you can have Turpal with your own brand, or in some extent, we have a client that they request us to have their own app in App Store. That is doable also. So even to that extent, you can have your own app in your app store, or you will say, okay, I want to brand Turpal itself. So that means when the customers inside of the app, they will see everything with my own brand. But not only that, you can even brand it for your agency. That means you can highlight that introduced the agency in the system. So if the customer is coming from the agency A, will present A as a logo and everything from that one. And then when the B comes, customer receive it with the environment of B. It's happened a lot in our industry that agencies, they want representative in destination or in between present them as their own brand. So what we make the structure in the way that you will be able to serve them with their own brand. So customer feel they are in the same environment. And that actually will reduce some kind of resistance of accepting it. I have a client with the Turpal been able to sign lots of contracts with the big tour operators because now presenting this app with their logo as one of the selling points to them. So when he presenting the service of the land that they have, they present this system as their as one of the tools that they will be able to have their own brand also when the customers in the destination. And they have got a very, very good big clients through the system.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Is the app free to use? Can you talk about the pricing a bit, please?
Fantastic. It's almost free. We are very affordable price. It's a SaaS product, so obviously has subscription charges, which very small. I can say it's $100 per destination. It's what we have. But however, this is something that we depend on the size of the company, depend on the volume that we're gonna work. We can negotiate on that one. And there is obviously that you're dealing with the channel manager of tour and activity. We have very small charges on the activity that you sell from the channel manager because we're providing this the tools that you will be able to sell, and also supply also would be handled by us. I mean, if you have your own products, fantastic. You will put it in the channel manager. You can sell it yourself, or you can share it with the network. But also we will provide you some supply on a different destination that you are going to send passenger. So yes, there are charges. So there's a subscription fee and small charges of this I can say the channel manager, which, as I said, the offer that I have this 3 months is a fantastic time that everyone try and see how is it, make money. And then after that, we can discuss about the next step.
Okay. Is the specialist that's available on the app, is that somebody from Turpal, or is it from the travel agent's office? I think they had showcased a specialist that you can have a conversation with.
Okay, so that would be your DMC, right?
Yeah.
You have a DMC in the destination. So the DMC always has somebody assigned to the customer. We can go to the extent of uploading that person's photograph and phone number on the app itself. That's how flexible the system is. And there could be 3 different clients and have 3 different specialists, and all that can be done.
How many people can use the app at the same time? Like for the same itinerary, how many people can use it?
There is no limitation on the number of people that they can use the app. So for example, if a family traveling together, all of them that they can have an app and they can see what are the itinerary is. So very simple, they can do that one. Even in our version that we are coming out very soon, that you can add your companion also. So system automatically add them also to they receive also message to be able to log in app. So there's no limitation on number of people that can use the app.
Devika, yeah. The link that we have shared.
Correct.
That is exactly the point. The link that we have shared and the login ID and the password we have given, that is going to be accessed by everybody who's on the chat, if they so choose to do it. So that is how flexible the system is. Anybody who has the login ID and the tour ID can access the app. There is no restriction on it. There is no restriction on how many people in your company can use it. There is no restriction on how many B2B agents you can use. So let's say you are a company who's pushing out 10,000 passengers a year and you have 2,000 sub-agents who are working with you. You can customize it for every sub-agent so that it becomes B2B2C for them, so that they can always sell it as their own app. There is no restrictions of these sort on the system.
Perfect.
And just to add on to that, Devika, talking about the operation panel, also there is no limitations of how many users can be accessed to the system. That's also unlimited, just how we have the app.
Perfect.
That's
Can the app be used for a larger mice group?
Yes, we have the clients which is already using it, that one. This is the perfect way that you communicate your itinerary with your customers. As I said, the itinerary completely is in your hands, in your back office. Even the seminar, conference, everything can be identified as a kind of this one of the services in your back office. You put the details so people can receive the notification for every event. One of the very important things that we didn't do that in this demo, which is because we thought maybe the time will not going to give us, is a marketing and notification. Marketing and notification, it can be also used for announcements of anything. We can use it as some kind of announcement in the when the mice happening, so they can have their own itinerary, depend on what the plan is, and for the communication of the itinerary of the trips that they have, this would be fantastic to give them, and they can be customize it on the different requests that they have. One thing other than this, I just need to add for the marketing wise is because this is not about your question, this is something separate, which means when I say the marketing, you can run a different type of marketing when your client at destination. Like, for example, you can pre-set up sending a video, sending video based on a location. Let's say if the customers goes to near to the museum, and that place an offer come up with the video of the museum and offer that they can design lots of marketing based on a location, based on a type of passenger, based on a time that they are, like a day 1, day 2, day 3, and this is also can be done. Then when it comes to the mice, they can use this marketing for the announcement of the events and programs that they have.
Perfect. Do you need internet connection for the app the whole time that you're abroad?
So the app supports dynamic and real-time notifications, Devika. So for any kind of updates in terms of pickup, drop-off, the internet connectivity would be one of the key factor in order to have real-time updates about the trips during the destination. If anything else you guys want to add for Vishal, please go ahead.
No, I just wanted to add two things here. One is, of course, the internet one. You see, Devika, today, 99.9% customers always access the internet one way or the other.
Yes.
Either in the hotel or otherwise, because we are all posting on social and we are all sharing those things. So internet access is there. People have it. So that's for the real-time notifications they come in. Otherwise, as Vijay said, the app has inbuilt machine learning, and it is smart enough to know where you are, geographic location, geofencing, and it uses the geofencing and shows the right product to be sold to you. The other thing was about the notifications. What people had asked. Now, imagine this. Can you use it for a MICE event? Yes, you can. And there are multiple ways you can use it for a MICE event. For example, you have a program that's had a change of dates. Everybody's in the hotel and they were supposed to meet at 7, but now it's 7:30. How would you flash a notification out to everybody? The best way to do is use the app and do it. Also, if you can customize it for everybody, the itinerary, everybody has a half day at leisure and everybody wants to do different excursions. A travel agent would go crazy trying to organize all that on the ground. The app can do it systematically, seamlessly for them.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing that. Can the driver text via the app or call via the app? Can they chat with the client?
Yes. The system has been designed in the way that notification, if someone, this is for the DMCs, for those people on the ground, if the communication with the driver can be through the WhatsApp and also can be SMS. That means, for example, if someone wants to call the driver, that's what the pickup time is, so the drivers will receive it in SMS. However, in the app, for example, when the customers see who will come to pick them up, they will see option that they can chat WhatsApp or SMS with the driver.
Wonderful. Thank you. Do you have any Indian languages also available on the app?
Adding language currently, so we have about 7 languages, but adding a Hindi language or any regional language of India can also be done. It's not a big deal.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Gentlemen, with that, I would want to come towards the end of this question. Friends, I've tried to answer as many questions. If we've missed out on your question, we will get back to you with a response. So you can continue to ask questions now, but because we need to come to a close, I'm going to bring up the last question. Maybe with your closing remarks, each one of you could answer this also, saying, what do you personally feel is the USP of the app? So maybe we could understand from you the USP and get your closing remarks in as well. Mr. Farshid, do you want to start?
Vishal usually has a very right point, so I want to.
Yeah.
Vishal.
Okay. So what is the USP? There is not one USP for me in the app. I have had the privilege of working in inbound, in outbound, as a tourism board, as multiple, I've worn multiple hats, and I could see a use case for every single environment I've been in, every single niche I've been in. So if you are a DMC, what is the USP? You have your inbuilt app with which you can communicate with your client. Now understand this. We all know that catching the clients by calling them up is never the right idea. They may be busy, they may not be available. Push the notification seamlessly. How many times has it happened that you have a ticket and you can't find it at the time of the departure? So what do? You go to you look for an internet cafe because you need to print a ticket copy and you need to find it. It's all there in the app. Upsells, of course, is the biggest USP. As I said, we've already got clients who are averaging out on $37 per person passenger profitability, which is over and above what they would have earned otherwise. Now, imagine this, if they just have 100 passengers a month, and this is the average coming out to be, that is $3,700 extra passenger for them. So that's a huge USP for me. Also, the biggest USP is that today we are all going to be catering to the next level of travelers, which is the Generation Z. And their needs and wants are different. They like to interact with the apps and PWA apps which are there, and this is the perfect answer to that. So it is a little bit of everything. It does everything, but one thing it does the best, and it makes you money.
Wonderful. Yeah. Would you, Mr. Farshid, Vijesh, would you like to add something to that?
Yes, sure. I think Vijesh and Vishal complete all the presentations. Yeah. The thing is, what is important is everyone know that the reason that we give this offer of 3 months is because we understand when there's a new things come to the market, it has concern and it has also fear of how to use it or it works or not. So the reason that we give this offer today and we come to this webinar is to make sure that you guys, by having this 3 months trial, be able to answer your own concern and answer your fears. The thing is, acting with the technology, in front of technology, using it, it's always been advantage and everyone get it. But who is doing it first or who is running it as a pioneer is the one that usually everyone will tell them you are clever. But the reality is just to overcome this fear and concern. And we are helping by giving this offer to everyone. Just try it. See how the result would be. I'm sure you will be also the same as us, understand what these products can give you as a value.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. With that, I think we're going to come towards an end of the webinar. Today, Mr. Vishal, can I get a closing remark from you and then we can say bye-bye?
Sure. So once again, thank you so very much, everyone, for joining in. And thank you so much for asking all these questions. Because for those who didn't ask the questions, they may have had, they may have wanted to ask it, but your questions have helped them understand it a little better. To get a real idea of what the system can do for you, we've just scratched the surface because that's what the time allows, and we could not engage with you one-on-one on this. You have my number or you have the email ID. Either ways works for us. Get in touch with us. We will fix a personalized demo for you where we will take you into a greater detail. We'll deep dive. We want you to, understand it a little more, and that can only happen once you get in touch with us. But with this, thank you so much for joining in today. We look forward to connecting with you, and we would love to get your business and love for you to make more money. Thank you so much, Devika. Thank you so much, Vijesh and Farshid. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. With this, we come to an end to our webinar today. Thank you to my lovely audience. Thank you all for being here with us today. And thank you to our speakers. Thank you for joining us. Lovely to have you all with us, and see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.